At dusk, when the dust of the road settled and the lamps were lit, Jesus spoke to those gathered and told them this story. In a certain town there lived a widow who had no husband to speak for her and no sons to stand at her side. What she had was a grievance clear as a stone in her hand, and an adversary who pressed against her life like a shadow. The law was her only shelter, and the judge was the door to it. But the judge of that town feared neither God nor people. He weighed matters not by justice, but by convenience. He listened longest to those with gifts and quickest to those with names. Widows were wind to him present, but easily ignored. Day after day the widow came. She stood at the edge of the court and lifted her voice. "Grant me justice against my adversary." The judge waved her away. "Come another time," he said, or he said nothing at all. She returned the next day, and the next. At dawn, at midday, at evening. When the judge entered, her voice was there. When he rose to leave, her shadow crossed his path. "Grant me justice." Weeks passed. The judge began to see her even when she was not there. Her persistence pressed on his sleep. Her words followed him like footsteps in an empty hall. At last he spoke to himself. "I do not fear God, and I do not care for people," he said. "Yet because this widow troubles me, I will grant her justice, so she will not wear me down by her continual coming." And so he ruled in her favor. The adversary withdrew. The widow left the court. Her shoulders no longer bent beneath the weight she carried. Jesus paused, letting the silence rest on the listeners. "Listen to what the unjust judge says," he continued. "If even he answers because of persistence, will not God who is just bring justice for those who cry out day and night? Will God delay long over them?" The people looked at one another, thinking of their own prayers spoken once and abandoned, or repeated until their voices grew tired. "I tell you," Jesus said, "God will grant justice swiftly. Yet when the Son of Man comes, will he find faith on the earth?" And the story remained with them, not of a powerful judge, but of a solitary widow whose refusal to give up became her strength, and whose persistence revealed the power of unceasing prayer.